Hello everyone, welcome back to Jikook Magic. Imagine, you're having a relaxed dinner in New York, and you accidentally spot two figures you're used to seeing only on screen, Jimin and Jungkook, sitting next to each other with no cameras, no crew, just enjoying their time together. Then, sometime later, they are spotted again, not in a studio, not on stage, but by a lakeside in Switzerland, feeding swans while playfully teasing each other. The question is, what were they really doing there? Was it part of filming? Or is there a more personal story behind it all? While waiting for the second season of Are You Sure?, it's hard not to recall the moments when the two members were seen in various countries. One of the most talked about sightings happened in New York, when someone claimed to have seen Jikook in a restaurant. According to their account, the two weren't carrying cameras or recording equipment at all, which immediately caught attention, hinting that they weren't working or filming for the show at the time. They were simply having dinner, enjoying the food and the atmosphere. At one point, they even took a photo together. The person who saw them happened to also be having dinner there, accompanied by a friend. After finishing their meal, they started taking pictures and videos of the restaurant because the place was beautiful. That's when they noticed Jikook. The woman thought one of them looked very much like Jimin, so much so that she pointed it out and asked her friend if they saw the resemblance too. Her friend began taking pictures and recording video, but stopped when the person she suspected to be Jimin turned around and smiled. In that moment, she was completely shocked, trying to look calm while her heart was racing with excitement. They decided to leave immediately out of respect for his privacy. Later, after reviewing the photos and videos, she realized the resemblance was indeed striking. One important detail she emphasized was the absence of cameras or production crew, only bags and phones. This strengthened the idea that the encounter wasn't part of Are You Sure? It also made sense because when Korean media announced and confirmed the second season, New York was never mentioned as one of the destinations. In contrast, during the first season when Jikook filmed there, the city was clearly listed as part of the official itinerary. This difference further supports the idea that this time they were there not for filming, but to enjoy time together. No schedules, no cameras following them. Most likely, it was time to relax and enjoy the city at their own pace before returning to routine. And even though the meeting was brief and casual, it was clear that their relationship still had the power to surprise people. They don't always show up where you expect them to, but when they do, they leave behind memories people can't stop talking about. That day in New York was one of them, not part of a program or official agenda, but something more personal, more theirs, and unforgettable for those lucky enough to witness it. That night in Zurich was also vividly remembered by more than one lucky witness. There are other photos from that evening, when Jikook were feeding swans, a moment that stood out not just for what they were doing, but also the way they walked together in the city. In the photos, Jimin's arm naturally rested on Jungkook's shoulder, a simple gesture that radiated closeness. The person who told the story said they also saw them again that night in Switzerland. They kept their distance, respecting their privacy and the staff who accompanied them. However, while taking a picture of the scenery from a bridge, they accidentally captured their silhouettes. It was the first time they had ever seen them in person, and by chance meeting them in such a beautiful place made the moment unforgettable. What made their story more vivid was a short video they recorded, in which Jimin and Jungkook's voices could be heard as they fed the swans. In the recording, Jungkook excitedly said, "I really want to scatter all these pieces and throw them at once. Ah, that one looks lonely, I thought it was with this one. Hey, wait a second. I want to give it all at once, wait. All at once." Jimin, watching, commented, I want to give it to him, but he." Jungkook immediately replied firmly, "Why did you send him over there? No, I'll give it all at once." From just that short exchange, you could feel the atmosphere, the sound of water, the gentle movements of the swans, the dim night light, and their voices breaking the silence. This wasn't a moment prepared for cameras or fans, but a simple occurrence that became a precious memory for those who saw it. Another account from their days in Switzerland mentioned that they didn't just feed swans. At another time, they returned to the lake, laughing, joking, and looking for each other in every little action. The touches, movements, and the way they leaned toward each other spoke louder than words. This is why filming Are You Sure was the right decision. It gave the public a chance to see their natural chemistry. Not all of their moments are caught on camera, but the fragments that do exist are enough to convey the special energy between them. The anticipation for the second season is huge, not just because of the show's format, but because it offers the chance to witness genuine moments, full of gestures, words, and actions that can't be faked. And if Switzerland proved anything, it's that Jikook know how to enjoy every second together, and that happiness is contagious, even from afar. There's another story from someone else in Switzerland that adds an interesting detail. This wasn't just a random encounter. They saw them filming and, surprisingly, also feeding ducks. They never imagined they would see Jimin and Jungkook walking right in front of them, especially in such a beautiful place. What made it even more special was the presence of staff directing and recording all their movements. From the way it was set up, it looked more like a commercial shoot than a show. They were sure they weren't mistaken. The moment was too clear and specific. They didn't stay long but managed to wave from afar to Jimin. That simple gesture became a lasting memory. Interestingly, they only realized Jungkook was also there after discussing the incident with someone else. The sweetest detail was that even while filming, they still took the time to feed the ducks, throwing food repeatedly as if savoring a little bit of peace in the middle of the busy shooting process. The contrast was so beautiful, the crew's precision, the busyness of the set, the serene Swiss scenery, and their natural interaction. Like a living postcard, the shimmering lake, ducks approaching, the crew bustling about, and the two of them there, together, leaving an unforgettable impression. This unexpected sight in Switzerland wasn't just a story to be told, but also a memory that would forever remain for those who were in the right place at the right time. And these are the rare moments that keep Jikook a hot topic, unplanned events that leave the deepest marks. From dinner in New York to a night full of laughter in Switzerland, they prove that their chemistry doesn't need a script to be seen. The second season of Are You Sure may still be something we're waiting for, but one thing's for sure, whether in front of the camera or behind the scenes, Jikook always has a way of making us wonder, what's really going on?